because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves and immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had put away my labour, and my leisure too, for his civility. We passed the school where children strove, at recess, in the ring. We passed the fields of grazing grain. We passed the setting sun, or rather he passed us. The dews grew chivering and chill, for only gossamer my gown, our tippet only tulle. We paused before a house that seemed a swelling of the ground. The roof was scarcely visible, the cornice but a mound. Since then 'tis centuries, and yet each feels shorter than the day. I first surmised the horses' heads were towards eternity. This poem is not meant to be taken in the literal sense of the words, as evidenced by Dickinson's portrayal of death as a character or a person, rather than a human condition or a force of nature. In the first stanza, the speaker states flatly that they could not stop for death. This is most likely in reference to their busy life, where they could not be relieved, even by death. So death, in what can be seen as a kindly gesture, stops for the speaker, meeting their speed to pick them up. Immortality is seen to be a silent chaperone to the trip, always present, but only mentioned once. In the second stanza, death is shown to be a gentlemanly figure, kind to the speaker, and slowly going on their way so as not to alarm her on their journey. Whether these gestures of kindness are genuine, or are, in fact, meant for some other sinister purpose, are yet to be seen. In the third stanza, death and the speaker pass by a school, then a field of ripening grain, then the setting sun, which seems, in fact, to pass them by, rather than them passing it. It is as if the day has been an accelerated tale of the speaker's life, starting with her childhood in the school, then the burgeoning grain representing her growth into adulthood, and then the setting sun representing the end of her life. In stanza 4, which is often omitted in textbooks including Dickinson's work by bad editing early on in the publishment of the poem, the setting is colder. This is in direct contrast to the warmer tone of the earlier stanzas, suggesting that the speaker may be becoming aware that death is not such a gentleman as they had earlier suspected. By stanza 5, they have reached the speaker's grave, which is ascribed as a house in a sort of grim satire of how she will be living there for the rest of eternity. And in the final stanza, the speaker is obviously no longer amongst the living, speaking in terms of centuries, only using the term day to describe how all centuries have passed faster than the day where death took her on that fateful carriage ride, or in this case, ride in a sports car, through her life. And she now realizes that the journey that she had guessed at, with the horses' heads pointing towards eternity, were in fact correct, and now she is staring at eternity for eternity. Oh, come on, through the car! Dance, monkey, dance! You heard me! Dance! Dance! Why won't you die? Oh, come on. Hints, really? Oh my god. Camera placement. What are you doing in the frame? Go, shoot, get away.